position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see, the number 25 team in the country, the SMU Mustangs, taking on last year's national champions, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the SMU Mustangs offense will have the football first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks.
Which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-timer baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. And that's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win. Breaks into the open. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. And the Mustangs will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. The Mustangs moving quickly to the line.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. To the air on 2nd down. Working that left side now. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there. And so you got a guy who makes a play downfield like that. How anxious do you think they're going to be to continue in man coverage?
Yeah, I don't know, Reese. They're going to need a plan. They're going to maybe want to think about more zone coverage or maybe even bracketing this running back if he decides to come out of the backfield, because right now they don't seem to have an answer for him.
What precise footwork along the sideline to get that toe down for the catch. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
So Clemson's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Right back to the well. There he goes. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. The Tigers are on the move. Off the RPO, complete. That's 20. He's got space. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Fakes to grab. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back to pass. He's got it. He's stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1. And the Tigers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Wants to keep it in the air. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Touchdown, Tigers! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Yeah, I love the little play-action fake. It's, you get inside the 5, you're thinking run, run as a defense come up, be physical, and they slip those guys right behind you, throw it over the top of you. Man, those are tough to defend. Nice little play-action by this offense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. From the gun, the running back has it. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. And here comes the offense on second down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. The play fake. Under fire. Time to take a shot. It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Might be looking to run. He's got an open man. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive. They've got it at the 45. Clemson has just been prolific at the receiver position. More scheme or more talent? I'd argue it's both, David.
Yeah, I argue more talent over the years, just dudes on the outside that win. And you know what? I think Clemson, as much as anybody in the country, has always featured those guys. And you want to play one-on-one with those guys, or you want to give them a cushion, like they'll throw it right now. And they've always believed in those guys out wide. And you know what? They usually come through for them.
They'll run it from the gun. Gets it past the marker. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Now on second down. Wants to go up top. On target. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed. And if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies because you have got to stop this offense just marching downfield.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Quick completion on the out route. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll run for it on third and short. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out fast. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Yeah, how about the design of the play? Doing a great job. Get it to your man, your running back, now turn receiver in space, and let him do damage. Let him catch the football. He can do the rest. Be that special player in space that you know he is, and get into the end zone.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? The first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's...
He'll off one deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 35. Flying out to the left. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, SMU!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the grab over the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Tigers can really attack on this second and short. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Faced with a third and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw for it. The throw to the outside is complete. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw it again. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it along the sideline. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was...
Touchdown, Tiger! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. Man, he he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Pulls and fires complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch. And he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Turning it on. Got the first down and more. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Balkinson. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Mustangs. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
On the move from inside his 5. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Good timing on the quick out. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. The Tigers are in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on first down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to throw, time running short in the half. Got a man, it's Lanning. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, third and long coming up. Offense lining up quickly. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Clemson will send the punt team out. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Looking to throw on first down. Swings it out to his running back.
And one of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Zings it complete to the right. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking downfield very late in the half. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
He lobs one high down the left side. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Death Valley. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to our guys high above Howard's Rock.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Mustangs will kick it away to start the second half. Bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Trying to set the tone with the run. Oh, he's got some space. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Got a man. It's Lanning. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. It'll be third and short from their own 33. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position. Great place to start for this offense. Give to the running back. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season.
A shot toward the end zone. And it's picked off for the third time today. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Ready to fire from the pistol. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. He'll set up to throw. Immediately fires to the middle. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Hold offense.
A productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. To the ground with the bat. That'll be a beneficial run as he creates some breathing room and gets it up to the 13-yard line. Second down coming up. Looking to fire. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. The offense changing the play. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's going to run it. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down.
Timeout, Clemson.
So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. He has to take care of the football on this drive. You just can't survive throwing 3 picks in a game. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Pressure coming. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Mustangs line up to punt it away. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
Quickly complete. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. They're going to ride this running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Not enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. They go to the ground. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Going for it all. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
Well, we got a close game here at the start of the 4th quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
I think this team knew coming in today they needed to be able to run the football, and they were going to have to get some of that production from the quarterback, and he just broke off his longest run of the game so far. That was critical for his confidence for this.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Here comes the heat. And
hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer against this athletic.
And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. And the Mustangs will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the big Jeff.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win in David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. This team just knows how to finish. They keep getting better and better and better, and they are close to going 9-0. The old saying is pick your poison. Both of them are lethal when you deal with this guy. He fits that Clemson quarterback mold.
That's what stinks. So, yeah, I got to come up and worry about his legs and make sure I bring a safety down to be aggressive in stopping this Clemson running attack, and then he throws it over my head. So tough to defend when you get all the speed, the running game going, the tempo, and then a quarterback that can run and throw. Good luck.
Wants to go up top on first down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
To the air on first down. Lets it go. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Behind the chains now on second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. This time on target. Able to work into the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Mustangs want to pick up the tempo. Wants to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to throw it. This time it's complete. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. It's caught downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Mustangs with the 1st and 10.
And there's no quit in this team. Obviously, they're trailing late in the game, but they're trying to make it happen. We've seen 2 big plays now, back-to-back. They're putting pressure on this defense.
The play-action fake. It's complete on the right side. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. Defense is there to make the stop, and he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. He's looking to throw. He's going for the goal line. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Touchdown, SMU! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
Yeah, they got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a first down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be loading the box, trying to get tackles, using their timeouts to get the football back. So this is going to come down to who's better in the trenches.
After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got him. Breaks into the open. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. So they're closing in on a solid top 25 win for the resume, in addition to holding off any thoughts of an upset.
Well, they were very anxious and eager, too, to make a statement to the entire country just how dominant they were. They have so much confidence in themselves, but they wanted to prove it to everybody else. They wanted to prove it to their opponent here today. They dominated all 3 phases.
And now they put the college football world on notice. That was a nice win. You get these top 25 wins, they're big for your resume, big for your confidence, and everybody else starts to look at you a little bit more seriously.
And that is a tough assignment for a defense to cover a back man-to-man who can get downfield like that.
Especially when he can run routes the way he does, Reese. I'm really impressed watching this running back with how he's able to cut and how he doesn't telegraph where he's going. He is a weapon catching the ball out of the backfield.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And that was one the offense needed and the defense had to have, and they could not get the stop.
And the gamble by the head coach and play caller pays off. Of course, if that's incomplete, it stops the clock, so they needed to have it. Great execution at a time. Ooh.
Touchdown, Clemson! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score and go up by 2 possessions, nail beat Coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
He'll return it. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This drive will open from the 15. Looking downfield on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Balkinson. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down. Clock's running. He's got his man. Makes the grab. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Quick snap and a spike to stop the clock.
QB spikes it. No gain on the play. 2nd down.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. It's getting loud in here. here, and they may raise the dues on it if they can stop him on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown still alive in this one.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play. Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what are they?
There he goes! And he gets it into the end zone for a touchdown, a gut punch to this defense, and probably a knockout punch.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a 2-possession game, and guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
And he's coming out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. He's got it. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
Out of bounds at the 35. And that's good enough for a first down.
They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Looking to throw on first down. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left. After this, it'll be a wrap. Second down, he'll throw it. Here's the pressure. And the offense gets the ball back as time expires, and that sort of sums up the end of this one. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so